Alright everyone, welcome back to the Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode, and we are here to continue year 1, or 18, 14, and 1, and I edited the power play lines like I said at the end of the last episode. I don't even think I showed you the power play lines, I just showed you the 5-on-5 lines. So anyway, our power play before was Dubinsky on the second line, and Anisimov on the first, with Horton on the first as well, but I switched Dubinsky, moved him up, and threw in Anisimov at center in his natural position there. So that's especially what I want to do. It depends. Does Dubinsky have a higher faceoff? He does. He does have a higher faceoff rating. So I'm going to move Johansson out of the center ice position so Dubinsky can win us more draws there, if that's actually a big factor. And Brodeur hasn't really been playing that well, so I'm going to give Bobrovsky a lot more time here, which means I'm going to turn the goalie rotation off just for a bit, just for a month, or like a couple weeks, and see how he does. And definitely near the end of the season, though, Bobrovsky's will be playing the majority of the games if we want to try to get that playoff spot. So, assistant coach rotates goalie is now off. Perfect. All right. Let's get into this, shall we? Just got to make sure everything's all set up. Alright, so Bobrovsky, just make sure that glitch doesn't happen. It used to happen in NHL 14 where the backup goalie would be getting all the games even though the starter was in there, so you kind of have to just switch it up a little. So, we're going to go to the 20th of January here, so almost a month, a little under a month, of just Bobrovsky playing in the net and see how we do. And we'll go from there. He's probably going to be a 70-game guy since Brodeur's just kind of there to fill the void when we need him, right? He's not a top-end goalie anymore, so, he's just there to fill the void. So defensemen in the U.S., there's nothing. All right, we won't go there. We're just going to stick to the queue here then, and we'll go a month in the queue, and then we'll go back to McDavid and those forwards. So maybe some WHL forwards as well. Just going to go this 15th here. Alright. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I got a text message. How much is Doug Gilmour in the Xbox One for Hut? How much is Gilmour? He's very cheap. He's I think he's like, here, I think he's, what is he? Anyway, I'm thinking. I think he's like 50 to 60K, 50 to 60K, maybe, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, I'll just say 50 to 60K to him, whatever. My friend texted me about Hockey Ultimate Team. Toronto is 21-20. I mean, we're doing all right, I guess. We might have to throw in Brodeur after all, give Bobrovsky some rest here for the end of the year, because he's going to be crucial if we actually want to have a late playoff push. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, alright, you know what? Bobrovsky kind of had a difficult time there, so we're gonna throw Brodeur back in. We're gonna, just give him the break that he needs. Bobrovsky definitely needs to save his energy for the end of the year. That was just kind of a little test to see how we would do with just Bobrovsky, and we clearly didn't do that well. We did all right. Yeah, wasn't the best showing. You let in a lot of goals. So anyway, one thing I want to do is show you guys the All-Star game. Show you who's on the All-Star team at least, not the full game. So I think that is something I never did do in NHL 14. Never took the time to look at the All-Star game. But anyway, I guess I could tell you the story of how my recording system bummed out today when I was trying to record this originally. It just bummed out, and I had to basically sit here for an hour and a half and restart and re-download my recording system until it actually worked. And that's probably why it's still kind of weird looking. It's just kind of finicky here, probably because something's wrong with it and I'll have to fix it. But I fixed it enough to record, and it's a good thing my download actually completed, so I was able to, just be able to do something at least, any recording session, right? And my NHL 15 download finished right in time, too, so that's really good. Right as I was fixing it. I finally fixed it, and then it was like, yay, my recording system's good, and the download's good, so we're ready to go. But anyway, Parise, Backus, and Hossa. Alright. O'Reilly, Kane, and Ben. Evander Kane, James Neal playing center, and Jordan Eberle. Curse, Glenn Goss, I almost said. Glenn Cross, Williams, and Yager. Glenn Cross is kind of weird there. Keith and Doughty on the first defensive pairing right there. Birds of Petrangelo. Yandel and Fowler. Who's in the net? Antiniemi and Kari Lettinen. So let's go look and see who's on the red team. Whatever you want to call them. I don't know what to call them anymore. Ovechkin, Crosby, Kessel, Zetterberg, Stamkos, Tavares. This team's looking better already. Fleischmann, Giroux, Camilleri until we get to third line. Ew, fuck Giroux. Stepan, Johansson. Oh, Johansson, there you go. There we go. We got a Columbus Blue Jacket there. And Tyler Ennis, he's a beast. Tyler Ennis in my Buffalo GM mode. Pretty beast, my personal one. Buffalo and Chara. Subban and Chara. Letang and Carlson. Franzen and Falk. Falk's a pretty good young player to pick up in GM mode. Maybe we'll have to pick him up, right? And Cam Ward and Fleury. So, anyway, I don't know how Fleury and Crosby made the All-Star team. Their team wasn't doing that well. Last time we checked, they were 17-17. But anyway, in this video, we're going to go up to the trade deadline, as always in the second video of the regular season. I go up to the trade deadline. You guys know how it works, right? And for those of you that are new, I guess I'll explain it. The first video of the year, I normally go up to the end of December or so. Then the second episode, I go up to trade deadline. Third episode of the year, I finish the season. And then every playoff round becomes an episode. And then the off season is split into two categories where part one is the awards and the draft. And then part two is the re-sign stage and everything like that. So, yeah, that's for new people. That's how I do things here. So, the most episodes you can have in a year is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can have 9 episodes in a year. Pardon my math if I did that wrong. I'm just doing this really quickly because I'm trying to get to Connor McDavid here for 6 weeks. Oh, would it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, it is 9. Okay. It's 9 episodes, the most you can have in a year. So anyway, let's get up to this trade deadline here. There it is. Perfect. Tampa Bay Lightning, of course, they're doing really well. 32-16 and 2. We're not doing so well after our 8-1 start to the year. We're 22-21 and 5. So we should have an all-right pick in the draft there. I don't think we're going to be a playoff team, but Johansson's definitely going to get a boost because he's playing pretty well. He's almost a point-per-game player, which is nice. Very nice to see right there. All right, come on. What's going on here? Why is the loading time taking forever on Ottawa? That was weird. Just kind of paused for a sec. So the defending Stanley Cup champions are doing well. I would expect Chicago's doing well as well. We saw Arizona was first in the league in the last episode. That was really strange. I guess I'm not sure if that's just a simming fluke or if that's something that happens on the old gen when you do a GM mode, because I don't remember Arizona ever being at the top when I was playing out on next gen, unless my Penguins GM mode had Arizona at the top. I don't remember. You guys go back and check that when I did my 6-episode Penguins one. But this is set to 10 years, by the way. So it's only going to be 10 years at the most. Obviously, it can only be 10 years if it's set to that. But, yeah. We may or may not get to 10 years. I mean, I think with Minnesota I only got to 8 because I just decided to move on. So we'll see what happens, right? So we're slowly getting out of a slump here, which is kind of nice. We're getting some wins here. All right, we're kind of bringing ourselves back into the playoff picture. Trading for Buffalo's first-round pick might not be such a bad idea. I said I didn't want to make that many trades this year, but if Connor McDavid can be on our team, we will definitely be able to turn this franchise around quicker with him. So I think we need to get Buffalo's first-round pick, and that's the only trade I really want to make. maybe at the trade deadline or something like that, right? That's the only thing I want to do until we get to the offseason. So we're coming up on a trade deadline here. Looks like the Pittsburgh Penguins have turned it around too. Trade negotiations, why not? Let's see what we can get. I have to upgrade my staff as well. The Buffalo Sabres, where are they? The Buffalo Sabres' first overall pick is looking really great. They have like no players. Alright, so they want a lot for that though. I mean, we have to give up ours, which is not even going to be, which is going to be a pretty good pick. We have a lot of third-round picks this year. That's good. That's what I like to keep. And we got a fourth-rounder from LA for trading Curtis McElhinney at the beginning. I don't want to give up Oscar Dansk. Maybe we could, because Bobrovsky's pretty young. So, Oscar Dansk could be a guy that we can give away. Wow, Brodor's actually got some trade value. We should honestly just chuck Brodeur. That would be no, we'd have no backup goalie, right? Oscar Dansk has the potential to become a really good netminder for us, but the thing is we have Bobrovsky. This is so hard. Should we get rid of Dansk and our first-round pick in exchange for the Buffalo Sabres' first overall pick? We have to hope that they get first overall. We have to. They have to. Come on, they're so bad. Okay, we're taking a really big risk if we do this. So we could trade Oscar Dansk, which was not going to go through anyway. So we're going to need to throw in a player. Bjorkstrand's going to become really good, so we're going to keep him. Let's... You know what? I'm not going to do anything until the draft, which is what I kind of promised myself earlier in the last video. I said that too, right? So let's just kind of let it go, and we'll come back to that and see if that's a possibility to get rid of Dansk for McDavid, essentially, in our first-round pick. We'll wait till the offseason, see how everything goes. So anyway, Buffalo made some moves here. A few moves were made. Marty Havlat, all right. A few little moves, no big moves. Drew Stafford to Winnipeg. Yager to Vancouver. All right, that's a pretty big move. I'm just looking overall-wise. Oh, they signed Daniel Alfredsson. All right, the Columbus... Why did I say Columbus? The Dallas Stars, the Starbucks team. All right, so there we go. Let's see if we can... maybe we can get, like... I don't know, like someone's first-round pick for Brodeur or something. I mean, he's our backup goalie, but we could throw in someone random from free agency or something just to have, right? We could call up a youngster and then, get a free agent here. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Because we know Brodeur's going to retire. We might as well get something for him. All right. So, who wants him? I have a feeling no one wants him. Someone wanted him there. I saw one. I saw two. All right, so Tampa Bay, and the other one was Nashville. So we're going to go with Nashville. Because Nashville's got Rene, and then they kind of got no one else. So maybe we could get Hutton as our backup. Just for now. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, how many years has he got left? He's got 2 years left, so, I mean, we could get Hutton, and then we could get a second rounder or something from them. That would be perfect. Would they do that? This would be a very successful trade deadline if we can get a second and Carl Hutton for Brodeur. That should go through. So, and why did I said Carl Hutton, didn't I? Carter Hutton and Martin Brodeur. So, a guy that's going to retire, and he's not even playing that well compared to Hutton. Could be the teams, though, right? They're two different teams, but still. He's playing in the more challenging Western Conference, and he's doing better. I know it's sim, but we're thinking realistically, right? So, a second that they want to give up, and Hutton for Brodeur. So that should go through. There we go. So we got Hutton as our backup goalie now. So that Brodeur signing paid off, definitely. So, anyway, let's edit the lines manually. And throw Carter Hutton in the backup position. So that was a very successful trade deadline there. That was really good. All right. So, let's just keep it going here. Come on. Seems like a lot more deals are being done, too, in the updates for this game compared to NHL 14. Right? When they update GM mode, it seems a lot more trades were done there. That's really good to see. Anyway, so at the trade deadline, we are 32, 25, and 6. Let's check all the stats. And then I will record the final episode of Year 1 here. Maybe I'll do the offseason tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. Depends if we even make the playoffs. Because making the playoffs would obviously take away a lot of time to do the offseason, which I really want to get to tonight. But we are in 14th in the league, so I mean, there is a chance we can make the playoffs. There is that chance. The Buffalo Sabres are looking like they're going to be the ones with McDavid, so unless something goes wrong in Edmonton or Winnipeg or Ottawa get them, or even Anaheim, New Jersey, or Detroit even, most likely these three teams have the highest percent chance. Even Ottawa's in the mix, right? So we're in a pretty good position, I guess. Arizona is 40 and 15, 40, 15 and 9. I don't know what the fuck they've been doing, because this year they're nowhere near that good, right? But anyway, we are 18th in goals for. I assume, is Arizona the only team to hit 200? Arizona is not the only team to hit 200 because LA has the most. All right. So goals against, we're in 11th, but we are only 7 goals off from top 5, so that's not even that bad. That's actually really good. Power play unit has jumped up to 9th. I'm pretty sure it was at 16th in the last episode. I'm just kind of guessing now. Penalty kill jumped up to 10th, and I think it was 26th in the last episode. I remember 78%. So it's jumped up a little bit, so that's really good. But once again, we're only a few percentages off of top 5, so. And in our last 10, we are 7-2-1. So we're doing really well here. We're actually doing really well. And we haven't checked the American Hockey League team to see how they are doing. So they are 29, 23, and 6, so not that good. But we got to check the stats for them as well, because I assume that they're jumping, so we'll check the progress reports as well. Actually, let's check progress reports first. Why not? Let's do that first. Progress reports. See who's been jumping, who hasn't. So Ericsson's jumped up a little. Savard's jumped up a little. Ryan Murray's jumped up a little. That's really good. Goalies, nothing's happened. In the American Hockey League, there we go. Kirby Reichel's jumping up. Sedlak is jumping up a little. Wenberg's jumping up. That's what I like to see. These two are the big guys right here. Wenberg and Reichel. That's really great. And I can't wait to see Bjorkstrad. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I want to see what he becomes at the end of the year. Anyway, let's take a look at these stats, and then we'll be done. And I'll record the 3rd episode. Alright, so Ryan Johansson, point per game player, what a beast. He'll get a jump. He should become like an 88 or 89 next year. Foligno, 49 points. He's doing well. Horton, poor Horton, his career's probably over. So, hockey gods better descend upon him. James Wisniewski, 42 points. Anisimov, 38. Hartnell, 35. Dubinsky, 35. Johns, 31. Murray, 30. All right, so yeah, we're doing well here. I think it's the top 2 lines that are getting all the points. I think the bottom 2 lines aren't doing that well. Wisniewski's actually a minus, wow. Goalie-wise, Carter Hutton obviously hasn't played a game for us yet. He's still 8 and 6. Bobrovsky, 2.5 goals against, pretty much, almost there. And a 2.24 or 9 point, what the fuck am I saying? 924 save percentage, and a 2.49 goals against average. All right, with only 1 shutout though, that's kind of surprising. I thought he'd get more. He's a 90 overall. Anyway, with that said, let's end this here. And actually, no, let's look at the American Hockey League stats. Then we'll end it here. Alright, so American Hockey League, who's doing what. Who is doing what in the American Hockey League? So Wenberg only has 6 goals, but he's got 44 points, so he's definitely performing. That's really great to see. These guys are getting time, so they're jumping up. That's good. Reichel only has 13 points, but he is in the 4th line, but he is jumped up to 71, so that's really nice to see. Oscar Dansk hasn't really moved because this guy's been playing the starting role here because he is still 3.5-star potential, so I've been playing him, see what he becomes, right? So Dansk should definitely get more games next year. I just want to put this guy in for this year. So numbers aren't the best, though, for both goalies, to be honest. Doesn't really help when your team's losing. But anyway, I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to record the final Year 1 regular season episode next. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. And thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.